Hey, what is up guys? My name is GamingPruett and today we're going to talk about Tom Clancy's The Division. I have been meaning to make a video on this game for a while. As you can see, I finally got around to it. Today we're going to talk about how you can beat those challenging daily missions so that you can get those hard to earn Phoenix credits, as well as some sweet high-end gear. First, here's a look at my inventory. I didn't have this set up for the clip I'm going to show you at the end of the video, but in case you were wondering where I'm at now, here you go. I can tell you that this setup wouldn't be possible without the daily missions, the challenging ones in particular because of the high-end gear at the end, but I get Phoenix credits from both, so those help as well. So, let's start off with the skills you and your team will need to make it through these challenging missions. You can run what you prefer, but here's what I recommend. First up is Pulse. It isn't necessarily a damage dealer, but none of the skills I'm going to show you do any real damage apart from the buffs or mods or whatever you want to call them. Have at least one person run Pulse with a tactical scanner. If you look at the attributes, it gives critical damage to the player, but it also gives your team a hostile count and a device that's going to let you know where all of those hostiles are located. Next up, we have the First Aid with the Overdose mod. It heals better and can even do an overheal. Your skill power will affect how much, but it's still a reliable regenerating medkit of its own. I recommend 1 to 2 people run this. Next up, we have the Support Station with the Life Support mod. This can revive downed allies, and if you have the Master mod unlocked, then it can also restore full health upon disabling the device. I recommend 1 to 2 people run this as well. Whichever skill you give to one person, just give the other to the other 2 players. And then, next up, we have the Turret. Now, despite what you might think, we won't really be using this as a damage dealer, but rather a distraction. If you throw it in a good spot, it will set fire or shock, depending on the 2 mods I think you should use, to the enemy. This causes them to stop and pat or get shocked, giving you the perfect chance to unload your clip into their armor-plated bodies. Now, with the 3 people that you have left, with an open skill slot, equip Smart Cover with the Trapper mod. If you didn't know, Smart Cover can stack, so if all 3 people play Smart Cover at the same time, you'll be dealing a lot of damage. And if it fails, you have to retreat and just throw a mobile cover into a doorway. If you take cover behind it, the enemies won't really be able to go through. Then you can just kind of have them build up and just take turns poking your heads out and just shooting them and unloading your clips, and maybe they'll eventually retreat, or at least it might keep you from dying. Now, I don't have a clip for this last part, but here's what you do. When you get to a difficult part that you're struggling to pass, have 2 people equip Tactical and 2 people equip Survivor Link. When the wave comes, have a pair, one with either skill. Click to take the less damage and deal more. Then, when that runs out, you can have the other 2 activate theirs. Any other time, I recommend spreading the signature skills out with whatever works best for your squad. Now, let's talk about the talents. This isn't really that important because almost all of the talents are pretty good, and your playstyle is going to affect whether they're helpful anyway. However, I'm still going to go and show you what I personally like to use. First up is Adrenaline. You receive an overheal from medkits when you aren't at full health. I use medkits as a last resort anyway, so this one's pretty helpful as well as some of the others. Next up, we have Critical Save. Once again, with the low health, this one is going to increase damage resistance by 40% when you use a medkit at low health. Like I said, use medkits as a last resort, pretty helpful. Strike Back is up next because when you reach low health, it increases skill cooldown by 20%. And a lot of these are really helpful because when you're playing challenge missions, you spend a lot of time at low health. The last one I use is None. Headshots have a 50% chance of not using the bullet. This is really helpful because in the challenging missions, it takes a lot to take down an enemy, and ammo is sometimes a necessity. The last thing I have to tell you guys is just to find a good squad. Sure, you can matchmake, but I suggest getting in a party with whoever you're playing with so that you have good communication. That is easily one of the best ways to pull off these challenging missions. Now, I promised a clip at the beginning of the video and I won't fail to deliver. This was during the challenging mode Warren Gate power plant mission. I was playing with randoms, but I was in their party. With 1 second left to spare, we killed the last guy and turned the valve. We definitely celebrated this moment and took a good break before continuing.
No additional safety valves detected.
You vented a lot of the...
hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Also, go follow me on Twitter for gaming news daily. All my links are in the description. Have a great day, go play The Division, and I'll see you guys in the next one.